Good morning. Are you all ready to get your vintage shop hop on? I am. I'm so excited. I went out and looked at the map last night. I found an area that we're going to hit up, and it's an area where there's quite a few shops that I've always wanted to go to. It's just a little bit of a distance away, and you know how sometimes you're like, oh, I want to get there, and your life gets in the way. So that is the area we're going to hit up. It's like the Ripon area, and I will show you the link on how to look at the map. It's very cool though. The Vintage Shop Hop runs from down into Illinois into Wisconsin. So it is a 2-day event, so you can hit up as many shops as you'd like. Plus, the nice thing is the shops are out there, so it's not like you only have the Vintage Hop Hop to hit up these shops. I just want to get over there, see what it's all about. I've always participated in it, but never attended it. Actually, like gone shopping because I've been so involved in the event itself. So if you haven't been to my channel before, I want to welcome you all. I'm Sonnet with Sonnet's Garden Blooms, and today is going to be an adventure. I hope you enjoy. So like I said, here is the Vintage Shop Hop on the computer, and they have it really nicely broke down. So they have like all your Wisconsin shops, and then they have like the region or the specific area all broke down for you. So that way too, you can pick an area and you can see like, okay, all these shops are here, and this is the area that we are gonna go, which is considered the Central Lakes. So I ended up hitting up all of these shops plus more, because then on the way back home we hit up another area. But I love that. The other thing that they have too is an actual map that actually links into Google Maps. So you can hit the map and then it actually will show you this, and you can then zoom on in and pick your area and follow yourself right on the map. Well, for starters, you guys, I need gas. I did so much running back and forth between my two little booths that I didn't realize I was on E. So we will go ahead, get some gas, and yeah, I apparently need to get my oil changed. I'm over. So let's go ahead and get this day started. All right, so we're on our way. Full tank of gas, and Copper got somebody, not me. So here we go. So this is the first shop of the day on the way into Berlin. And this is where I end up finding this little brush. And I did purchase it. They had some really cute displays, just some really fun items. This store wasn't as busy, so I did get a little bit more footage in here versus once I hit the Ripon area, the stores were so busy that I ended up not getting as much footage, but I did end up getting this brush. I loved it, and it was only $12. I put it down, but then I went back. So then we hit up these two little stores. This is Country Junk, and I will definitely be coming back here. My mom ended up getting a few items. I wish that I would have grabbed some of the different handles. She had a whole thing of vintage handles. But then next door is Chicken Scratch, and I felt so bad for her. She had this huge tent up. She had to take it down because the high winds. But yes, definitely lots of cute stuff in this location. Our next stop was at this church. It is the Saving Grace Salvage Company, and this location was so cold. It actually was warmer outside than it was inside the church, and they had heaters going. I understand though, because of the high ceilings, there was so much stuff in here, from vintage clothing to just furniture pieces and glassware. I mean, anything you can think of, they literally had here. Then in the back area, they even had like a salvaged wood, like from, they must go and gut houses. The displays were really cool too, and the whole building was just very neat. But like I said, I got a little gold.
Yeah.
So we finally made it
Patina
to
V.
Ripon, and our first shop was called Patina V. And they had like an upstairs flea market. Now, I didn't realize I actually was videotaping, so I thought I would show what I actually was up there. Sorry about the footage, but I was holding onto my phone just perfect as I was walking through. So from what I gathered, everything in the upstairs building was 50% off, and there was a lot of really cool stuff, along with like vintage headboards, vintage chairs. The whole building itself was really cool. I even loved the walls. I'm assuming this is just kind of like they put all of this up there in hopes to try to liquidate or get rid of, like maybe from the holidays and, maybe last summer. But I was trying to find different vintage pieces. Like I loved these two headboards, but they were still pretty expensive. And some of the chairs, again, it was just a little more than what I wanted to spend. I thought it was cool though, and just wanted to show you what was up there. It was really cool. I loved the whole look of the building itself. And here is a glimpse of like the Ripon downtown area. Now we are hitting up the store back porch gatherings, and this store is just full of inspiration. If you do get a chance to go see it, I would definitely recommend hitting it up. The video footage today was not the best. Like I said, I was trying to get glimpses of each of the shops to show you without getting a lot of people. It was so busy. But this is like their displays. I mean, oh my gosh, just beautiful. And the pieces were so unique. Again, if you get the opportunity to hit them up, I would definitely do that. And like I said, these are just quick glimpses of the actual store at Back Porch Gatherings. The next few clips are just little clips of the rest of the stores that we hit up in the downtown Ripon area. I loved all the old buildings, had that open exposed brick. They had the best displays, and it was a mix of, there were some that were buy, sell, and then there were also some that were vintage and just had real unique pieces in there. I loved this wall display with all the shelves on each side. And then I had to show you Sol Patina. She used to have a booth right next to mine at the Yield Goat, and now she opened her own store. So we, being part of the vintage shop hop, we got to go down and do a punch card and hit up all the shops, and then got entered into a drawing. So there's always the benefits of doing that. I had to hit up the local shop that had plants in it. Oh my gosh, the smell of all that greenery was amazing. So we hit that up as well. I loved the tulips and just all the greenery in the store. And then here is Hart Mercantile, and I loved all of these vintage pieces of pottery, the McCoy pots, all that good stuff. Now I'm going to show you guys what I found during the vintage shop hop. So I found a few items for myself, and I found some items to put into my booths. unfortunately, like the shops that I hit up, basically they were selling things for the same price I would. So it wasn't really like a thrifting mission. The benefit was on my way and along the way, I found little shops, and those are the shops that I stopped at, and I actually found some really good deals. So to start our day off, we went to a shop in Oshkosh, and I found some really great things. So for starters, I found this bag, and it is a Myra bag. She had it on the shelf, it wasn't priced, and I asked her, well, how much? And she said, how about 18? And I'm like, all right. So I found that little tiny purse a while ago on one of my hauls. I just thought this would be so much better for the summer, especially when I go thrifting, at rummages, things like that. I just thought this would be really perfect for a crossbody for me. And then when I ended up in Ripon, where there was a lot of like high-end shops, they had this exact bag there, and it was like I think it was like $52.95 or something like that. It was in the 50s. So I definitely got my money. My money's worth on this, and I love it. I like all the pockets and all that good stuff. So that was for me. All right. And then at this shop that we stopped at, it was a resale or like a consignment shop, and her prices are really good. So I am going to resell some of the stuff in my booth. I'm probably not going to get as much for it, but I loved a lot of the pieces that I'm going to add. It's just going to be a nice add-on. So I found this. I thought this was really cool. I thought about putting, you've seen me from like the dollar store with those succulents, put a succulent in here. It will just be perfect. And this was $6. So just like what I try to do is like envision like what would the cost be normally like if I went to like a Goodwill. And I could see Goodwill having this for $6, and I could possibly get 18 for it with the dollar store succulent in it. So we'll see. So that was another item that I got. And oh, I have to tell you, so I do have a viewer. She's so sweet. She sends me, like, she's the viewer that sent me the can opener and the little whisk. She mentioned, she sent me an email about these bowls. So I have been on the lookout since I got the email to try to find some of these wood bowls. And I don't know if this is actually vintage or not, but I used to see them all the time at like the Goodwills, and now I can't find them. So there, I ended up getting this one for $8. I'm gonna try to do something with it on like a flip. So I really liked that. So that was something I bought. And you guys know how much I love pottery. These caught my eye. They are handmade and they are signed. There's a set of 2, and I just loved them. I love the whole black and white look, and I liked on the sides here how it's got this little fun piece. Like, it's just, I like how when they were making it, they must have just did something on each side. So those were 5. So I got that. And then at that shop, normally I'm not a huge pink fan. Like I think of it as like a little girl kind of, but something with this, just they had a display and they had them like set like this, and these were $6. So I just thought, what a fun, even like, you know, with Easter coming and like the pinks, I think that's why, but I love these. And I also just, when I set that on it, I just thought, oh, this would be such a cute display. So I grabbed those as well. And then this is another thing I grabbed from there. And I thought that I could definitely replicate this. I just thought this was so cool. And actually, this was over a little bit. To the side somehow. But anyways, it says Bloom flowers, and it's like a little block set. And I just thought it's super cute. I think this whole thing was moved over a bit like this. It was in my truck. So, but yeah, I really think that's cute. I love the ribbon. So I'm gonna try to replicate these with some of my scrap lumber. I don't have the metal on it that is on there, but I do have my IOD stamps. So that was the first store that I hit up, and definitely loved going there. So got some really good items. Then we hit up Berlin, and I found one thing for myself, and I got it. It was just this tiny little antique shop. It was $12, and I'm really into like all these like brushes and brooms and things like that. And I thought to hang off of my fireplace, I thought that would be so cute. So I grabbed it for $12. Probably way more than what I should have spent, but I loved it, and I don't know, something was calling my name. And then I forgot. I also got this 2-tier shelf, and then I paid $8 for this. So I thought that was really cute. And you guys, you know how much I'm loving the turquoise. It is one of my favorite colors, but this spring I've been using Old 57 quite a bit, Farm Fresh, just like those blues to like that mint chip too, like all those types of colors, but like that has like the turquoisey feel to it. So I got this, so that will be ending up in one of my booths as well. And then let's see here. So then I went, as you're gonna see in the video, we went through Berlin, we hit a couple shops up there, then we hit up Ripon. And then that is where there are so many cool shops. One of the shops that I've always wanted to go to, it's Back Porch Gatherings. I'm sure you're, because I'm filming this after the fact, but the displays are amazing. That couple that owns that shop, they just know how to display items. I found so much inspiration when I went there. I wish I would have gotten more clips, just filming in general. It was so busy. And I try to not film people when I'm filming, so it just was overwhelming in general to try to get clips of what was going on. But this event brings out shoppers, and the stores were completely packed. Like I said, I try to get little clips of everything. And so in Berlin, I did not buy anything, but there were pieces that I really wanted to buy. I just felt like for resale, that's what I was going for initially, and then I ended up starting to buy stuff for myself. So because I was inspired by a couple shops there, we were heading from Ripon. We thought, well, we'll go to Princeton. In Princeton, it's very well known for like antiques. We hit up 2 shops there. Nothing that really stuck out to us. So then we headed to the Waupaca area, and on the way to Waupaca is where we stumbled upon this little shop. Actually, 2 shops. And the first one we stumbled upon, I ended up getting, so from one of my last haul videos, I had those 2 yellow mugs, and somebody had said, are those Fiesta? Those might be worth something. So when I was at this shop, here there was a set of 2. It's 2 cups and 2 saucers. So they came as a set, and I got them for $2, and they are Fiesta. So I was really excited about that after doing some investigation from when you all told me about that. So I got that from the one shop. And then the other thing I got from that same shop, and this is the funniest story, like I'm leaving the shop, she didn't really have a lot that I was interested in, but then I saw this old wood ironing board, and I said, well, how much is this? I don't see a price. And she's like, well, I swear I have it priced. How about 15? And I'm like, well, how do you, can you show me how it collapses? Can I get it in my vehicle? So as she's collapsing it, there was the tag. It was 12. I'm like, Okay, I'll take it for 12. Well, then I get up to the cash register and I said, oh, I don't have a lot of cash. Do you accept card? Oh, we don't accept cards here. So then I counted up all my money in my wallet and I only had $11 left in cash. I'm like, well, I only have $11. She goes, I'll take it. So I ended up, it started at 15, then it went to 12, and then I ended up getting it for 11. And here it is. So you can kind of see, it's very cool. It folds up. So I ended up getting that. I am going to try, I think I'm going to do, it's in really good condition. It did have something on the front here. I think I'm going to try to do, there's this decoupage paper that I bought and I was going to do it on top of that table. I think I'm going to try to do something with the decoupage paper on here. So I'm going to go, and they had a couple other really cool pieces that I think would look really neat with the piece that I bought. And I think I'm going to try to do a whole technique on the top of this and then show you that in one of my upcoming videos. So I just got a sliver in my finger on this board, and that hurts. So then from there was, hold on. All right, I'm back. Oh my Lord, that hurt. I ended up getting a sliver and it was super deep. Oh my gosh. So thank goodness I've been on these big jobs before and got that out very quick. So right next door to that shop where I ended up getting the Fiesta glasses, or those little mugs, and the ironing board, I ended up finding, we walked in and it was a lot of buy sell. And then in the back, there was like this little back room tucked back there, and they had all antiques back there and very reasonably priced. So I was super excited about that. So right away, the one thing when we were in Ripon, there was like a mercantile store. I think it was called like Heart Mercantile. And they had a whole display of like all white antique like McCoy pots and vases and just really fun stuff. And so then but pretty expensive. Like I probably, it was like more than what I wanted to spend on that. So we were at the store and she had a whole display of like all white pottery. And there was this like little, it reminded me, it just was really super cute. And there was like a little person. I just thought it was super cute. $4.95 is what I paid for that. So I thought for $5, that was a really good price. I ended up getting they were all $4.95. She took the tags off of all of them. But then there was this one, and none of them really have any markings on the bottom, but they're just fun. So like that, I like the little stripes on it. And I collect these. These are all for me. I probably could put them in my booth, but I do have a collection of like all my, oh, actually this one is signed. And actually it says USA, and I don't know what that says, but anyway, so this was another one for $4.95. So I ended up getting all of those, and I want to kind of replicate what they had at that mercantile store. I just thought it was really cool how they had all the whites like that together. So I'm gonna have to check. I always, when I buy my pottery, I tend to go to the yellows, the turquoises. I have some oranges, so I typically don't buy the white. So I thought that, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for the white. So that was that there. And then I ended up getting another bowl, and honestly, she took the tag off, so I don't even know how much I spent on this. But I thought it would look very cool with the other one that I had gotten in the morning. So I ended up getting that. And then I found this, and this was, I think, like $2. I'm not entirely sure what these are, but I thought they were very cool. So this is, and then it came with this other like little metal piece. And I just thought, even for a display purpose, but it says here, American 6-inch. So I don't know. I just thought it was really neat. And for a couple bucks, I just thought it would be kind of cool for a shelf sitter. And then I got this, and I always like those old wood utensils. And this one I think was like something, the tag said something for butter. So and I'm trying to remember, like everything was like $4 or $6 or $2. So it was super, super inexpensive, and I grabbed that. And then this I am going to repurpose. It's just an old drawer from, I'm assuming like an old sewing, a sewing drawer from an old sewing machine. So, oh, and this one was $4.50. So I did pay that, and I'm going to repurpose that as well. And then for making a purchase in her store, she was ever so kind to give me this. And she's like, oh, after you've got all of those things and now I'm giving you this cheap plaque. But I thought it was kind of cute. It says, I'm so fancy. I said, oh, I'm so fancy. I'll have to put that somewhere. Or maybe resell it. But, so that was that. And after that, then we went to like the Waupaca area. We really didn't see anything like the shops that were on there. I had already been on one of my last videos. I showed you quite a few shops that were in Waupaca. And I was trying to find different shops in general. So then we headed home, and in one of the towns there was a Goodwill. And so we hit that up. And I did get some stuff from the Goodwill. So for starters, I got this basket, and this was $4. So one of the things that I am going to be doing at the Antique Up, when I'm redoing the booth, I'm going to do like a basket wall in there. So I found that. I was very excited. I also found this, and this I paid $5.99 for. It is Pampered Chef, and it's one of those it's a tray that holds one of their stones, and it's in really good condition. And like I said, I paid $6 for it, and I think these retail or they did retail. I haven't been to a Pampered Chef party in ages, for quite a bit. So I thought that was really neat and a good price. Grabbed a rolling pin. Anytime I see rolling pins, I grab those. That was $3, and I'm gonna just grab that whole box and bring it over. Okay. So I found this, and it was $3. So for a summer video, I am gonna bring you guys along, and I'm gonna show you how I plant up all kinds of fun containers for outside, so vintage containers. So that I'm going to be using for that as a vintage container. And then I found these. This one, they were each $3. I did just fun things to add, vintage metal to add to my booth, and I really liked this one. I normally see red and white or green, but I have not seen the yellow with the black. I thought that was really fun. So grabbed that. I always look for vintage throws. This was $4, so I'm gonna throw that in one of my booths for the summer. Everything's falling. My display that I have at the Goat, I have those pink pictures, and I planned on adding this because that whole display is going over really well. So I ended up finding this for $6. I just thought it would be very cool, especially if the person did buy a picture and they wanted to set this on like an outside table with flowers in it. I just thought it was really cool. So I grabbed that, and I'm always trying to, like when I'm looking or thrifting, I'm trying to, always re-add things to existing displays because, things are always selling. Like this last weekend, the blue, I sold some of the blues, so I'm going to be looking for more blue glasses and things like that. I do have one of those cheese cup platter covers, so I have just that, and I found this. It was $3, so I'm going to put that together. And then I found this little riser, and it was like $4, so I thought that was cute too. Cutting board riser. And I always like to find different lanterns. So this one was $4. It'll probably look great with like a 4th of July display. And Actually, I probably should have been telling you. So at this Goodwill, it was a little different. They have their 50% off tags, and then they have a tag of the day that's $1.99. So I got several of these items for, actually, okay, so these would have been $1.99. And normally this was $20 and normally $21.99. I got them both for, I said, oh, these are purple tags, so I should get them for $1.99. And she's like, well, here, I'm just gonna put a 99-cent tag on each of them. So I got them each for $1, which I thought was really sweet. And I'm like, okay. So then this morning, I'm actually wrapping this up on Monday. I'm doing the taping here. This morning when I was bringing my daughter to school, we had a major snow day here in Wisconsin. And alongside the road, I found 2 chairs. And here is the first one. So I grabbed that, and then the second one is this one. And I grabbed, and it's just, I paint these up, and painting chairs are not the funnest thing, but they do add something to your booths. So I always paint those up and add them, and really as fast as I'm painting these like single chairs up, I really sell them. People like to have chairs set about, whether it be on their front porch or in their kitchen or their living room. So that's always something to think about too when you're thrifting. So that was a wrap up of the vintage shop hop, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun thrifting, and I was actually pretty exhausted. That's why I didn't do a wrap up sooner. I forgot how, like, thrifting to me, I have so much energy, and because I'm picking and just, you know, like I could do that all day, but like really shopping, and I think it was the crowds too, that it was just so overwhelming and kind of exhausting. But I would definitely recommend it. It's fun. It's just not something that I'm used to doing. So I enjoyed it, and I will definitely be back to a few of those shops in like the downtown Ripon area. There were a couple too in Berlin, like one that was super cute, but she had to take her whole display down because we were supposed to get like these super high winds, and that was chicken scratch. So I'm definitely gonna be back, and again, I hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you Friday, and for Friday's video, I am going to be doing a thrift flip. So I have quite a few items that I've recently picked and I need to flip them. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing with those. So be watching for Friday's video, and you guys have yourself a great week. Bye.